Hello everybody and welcome back to Spotting Gaming's Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 2. We are back for some more stabbing fools, I guess, or assassinating is the correct term. I made a giant error, or I should say I made a massive fuck up. That's more like it. I recorded like an hour and a half of me doing things and I didn't record the sound for some fucking reason. My capture software decided to not record sound, so I deleted it. But the good thing is, it wasn't anything story related. It was just me explaining what some of the what are they called? You know, the races and all that garbage. So you didn't miss anything. But I did upgrade the Auditore mansion to max, and I did explore the world. But there's nothing in there. There wasn't what I thought it was. But I did collect all the chests and the feathers already beforehand, so it's not a problem. But yeah, I've already been down here, which is just you get to the end and you get 2 chests. I thought it was more interesting, but it's kind of shit. But my rose tinted memory failed me that time. So yeah, didn't mess with that. I did explore the tombs and stuff, which I can redo anyway, so it's not much of a problem. But I bought some more paintings, which again doesn't really advance the story too much. What am I doing? This guy.
Buongiorno. Salute, Sir Ezio. Shall we take a look at the list?
Skip this. So yeah, I've upgraded everything to max, which in fact didn't even take that long. I remember struggling for money last time. But yeah, we went to the mines as well, which is into the mines. It's just on the outskirts of the city, but again, that leads to nowhere. It's like a tiny room that you have to do a bit of parkour in, and then you get the chest at the end. I really remember it being more interesting. So I'm kind of glad that was deleted, to be honest, because it's fucking boring. But yeah, if we look at the okay, that was weird. Let's talk to Salute, Claudia.
Salute, Claudia.
Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
We make 10,000 florins every 20 minutes now, so that's cool. But yeah, we get 15,000 extra value when we max out all the shops, which is cool. That's why I always recommend you save your money and do that first. Plus you get 15% discount at the blacksmith, the doctor and the tailor and the art merchant, so you know, you are saving money at the end of the day. Oh look, and I just made some money. Nice.
A presto, Ezio.
So yeah, I've resisted the urge to buy anything, so I've not really done any of that. And we've not spoke to Mario yet. So the only thing I've done is explore the Auditore tomb, which is in this area, which is why it's not on the map anymore. And I did the one in the Duomo, which is in Florence, and I did the Templar layer. But I'll redo them from the menus so we can so we don't have to travel to Florence. But shall we speak to this guy? So at the moment I could buy. Should we just buy the level ones and be done with it? You don't need that much health in this game. I think it just depends on how good you are in terms of. I mean, you could take a lot of damage if you're not paying attention, basically. I always buy the most expensive sword. Normally, we'll go for the captain sword because it's got +1, 2, and 1. There's no more that gives me 2 damages, you know. So we'll get that. I'm not wasting money buying swords. There's no reason to. I mean, yeah, it does give me rep, but you know. And I'll buy that. I think I did buy something actually. I think I went to the tailor and I bought the pouches for the medicine. So I think it's like I can carry like 15 medicine. I can carry 15 medicine now. This is cool. Probably never use that much, but you know, never know. Did I buy all these as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I'll have more.
So yeah, I didn't miss anything story related, so that's good. Thank God for that. I would have been, because if I did, I'll have to restart the game literally from the beginning. Because like I said, there's no way for you to replay sequences. Oh look, there's an assassin's flag on the villa now. Huh. Never noticed, and I didn't do any of the truth things. These here, just above my head. It's good to do them, but like I said, let's Let's do the mansion first. I think you can select it for me. If not, I'll have to go there. The Dormouse secret. Yeah, here we go. I don't know why you can replay secret memories and everything else but the story. It's very weird. So this is the tomb of I guess because this is the origin of the Auditore family and how they became the Auditore family. Scattered around are these little imprints, which are basically it tells the tale of a man, and the man turns into I don't know who his name is. I think his name's I think it's the one who is like Dominica or something, or Dominic or something. It's basically I'm pretty sure it's his great grandfather that Mario was referencing. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, I can check. Unfortunately, for me to check, if I looked in the walkthrough, it would take me probably 5 or 10 minutes just to find the correct page and then realize that okay, I looked. Yeah, it is Domenico of the Auditore, and his son, which I think his name was Renato. But you only know his son's name, and I think you only know his Domenico's name. If you do the if you remember back in there, they had this shitty Facebook thing called Project Legacy. Everything that was interesting or anything that had to do with history or people that you don't see in game, it was forced onto there. So there's a lot of characters that existed that made a huge impact on the Assassin and the Templar story, yet they were never in a game, so they were kind of shoved aside into a Facebook game. I played it. I remember playing it. It was pretty shit. But yeah, so I don't think you realise this guy's name. He doesn't say. Or does it say? No, it doesn't. So this is in 1296. So we're talking Altair's timeline-ish, because Altair was 11 something, wasn't it? And again, so this was what, we're in 14, aren't we? So yeah, this is, let's say, about 350 years ago. So yeah, so Domenico is Mario's great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather, and Renato is his great-great-grandfather. But yeah, you don't know anything about Renato unless you do look on Wikipedia's description of the Auditore, the tomb, and it tells you that where are we? He discovered the memories of the final resting place with his great-great-grandfather. Oh no, it's Ezio's great-great-grandfather, as well as the sarcophagus with his great-grandfather, Renato. But yeah, and then you click on Renato, and it tells you everything that I know about Renato is either, I don't know, I don't think it's in the walkthroughs or anything. I'm not really looked, but it's all from Project Legacy, which is not on anymore. I'm pretty sure it shut down a long time ago. So yeah. No information on them. It may be in future games, but I'm pretty sure that he was never mentioned in games, because I'd remember him. So yeah, good going, Ubisoft. Anyway, this was I was raised in a small house in the Venetian lagoon, within sight of the rough foamed capes of the sea. When I was barely old enough to work, I became a sailor, navigating the Atlantic first as an apprentice, then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Marco Polo. It was a good life. So as we all know, Marco Polo was an assassin. I think he had stuff to do with Altair, which you find out in later games and stuff. But it's a lot of information that is mentioned is already kind of well known. It's saying as this game is 2009, I think. But yeah, this guy goes from, being a nice merchant, finding his wife, having a baby, having a son, and then for him to be introduced into the order, and then his life turns to fucking shit. So yeah, poor Domenico. He never asked for this. Anyway. Can I just... No, I have to do the stupid war run. Kinda odd. Look at these people. I love how there's just random skeletons. They got up here and then just died. The thing is that this is the tomb for one or two people, Domenico and Renato. So I don't know why there's other people here. This is like the Auditore crypt. These aren't Auditores. Maybe these are grave robbers who just randomly died. Maybe they just got bored of living and just decided to die. Who knows? Anyway, one day while ashore in the harbour looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the whole world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that, I still went to sea, but my heart remained in land with the girl who would become my wife and our young son. It didn't take him long, did it? Definitely an Auditore. I think, in fact, this is the first time I introduced these timed levers, or levers. You pull it and then you have a there's like a bar on the wall. There it is. So there's you pull the lever and a little red box goes all the way to the right and then starts to slowly tick down. When it gets all the way to the left, you have to do it all over again. This becomes very annoying in some of the tombs. Especially depending on how bad the camera is. You could accidentally jump off and yeah, you fucked it. Gotta go all the way back. I'm sure I'll learn about that soon. Anyway, one afternoon that summer, Mr. Polo called me into his study. My father was already there beside an older man, dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. Okay, that's not creepy. At the moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me that he was an assassin. Removing his finger, he showed me a strange marking on his finger. I'm removing his finger? I'm removing his ring. He showed a strange marking on his finger. There we go. Oh god, I can't read today. Explaining that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. He paused, and then when I didn't speak, Mr. Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri, one that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have. So we all know that Dante Alighieri was an assassin, obviously. Polo was an assassin, his dad was an assassin, so assassins kind of run in this guy's family. So there's not just plucked him from the random people and taught him. But yeah, Dante Alighieri is mentioned a lot in, I think it's Revelations. Same with Polo. I think Revelations is where you go back to Altair and you switch between Ezio and Altair a lot. And I'm sure Dante Alighieri is mentioned. It's either in Brotherhood or it's in Revelations, but I'm sure he's mentioned a lot in Revelations. But it's been a long time since I've played both of those games, so yeah, it'd be interesting to remember. So instead of them needing to have their ring finger removed to show dedication or commitment, they have they burn a mark into the ring finger and then they cover it with a ring. Instead of sacrificing a finger. I guess it's nice, but again, it's not much of a commitment, really, is it? I mean, losing a finger is like, would you really want to lose a finger to use a hidden blade? Or or you can burn my finger. That's fine. That is. But yeah, it's I think this is the when they removed the need to sacrifice a finger. I think that's when the hidden blade and stuff. It became known to the Templars, and they used to steal it. Because, they've modified it so you didn't have to sacrifice anything to use it. Kind of stupid, really. To use a hidden blade, you should need to sacrifice at least a finger. It's only fair. Here we go. This always tells you where to go. But yeah, these are timed events. Like I said, the camera has this weird habit of being fixed. There's the red little box going to the left. But yeah, now you have to fight the camera for control because for some reason they decided that in these sort of sections it's good to have a fixed camera. Which, it's not bad sometimes because Altair will automatically go forward, but good lord, it gets annoying fast. Especially when you die in stupid, you jump off the wrong angle because the camera will move. Anyway, next story. In preparation for our voyage, Mr. Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they become of higher things, about life, love, honor and justice. He told me that society was set up in such a way that it controls its members to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon, I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, that we the people deserved freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript codex, was all about the Order, the Assassins, and as we all know, the codec is what we are collecting in pages and having Leonardo translate for us. And as we all know that the codex was written by Altair. So I don't know why the hell Genghis Khan had it. He must have took it when he ransacked Altair's place. I think this is I think it's touched up a bit in it's either the Revelations or the Project Legacy. I mean, Project Legacy was good, you know. It's like it was good when it came out, but now it's not there anymore. I don't think it's there. I'll have to have a look. But I don't use Facebook. It's cancer. It's pure volatile explosion of diarrhea. But yeah, I'll have to have a gander and see. But so basically, this guy is being taught about. It's like he's being indoctrinated into a cult. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, so it's like he's been indoctrinated into a cult. He's being shown that the Lords of Illusions. Yeah, it is kind of weird when you read it. Anyway, the assassin cult. You know what's annoying is, even though you've pulled that lever, time still ticks down when it decides to pan out and show you what to do, which is it's quite annoying. Anyway, so this will pan out, and as it's panning out, it's ticking down slowly. This is very elaborate for a bloody tomb. Oh no, it seems to have reset. That's weird. Different. Anyway, let's pull it again, just in case. I don't trust it. You have no idea how long that took me to do. Get up, you bonehead. Again, with the camera, it's so difficult to not jump in the wrong direction because the camera's like fixed. I don't know why they decided to fix it. There is a treasure chest there, but they don't count for anything, and I really don't care. They're not part of the collectible. They are separate. So if you want to get it, you know, fair dues. But I personally don't want to spend a load of time fanning around for a box that will give me about 20 florins. Anyway, here's the next one. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravenna to pick up the remainder of his belongings, Dante died. Dismayed at the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father and Polo of the sad news. Before I could even speak, I was ushered into a study, and my father, his face white, locked the door behind me. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the codex to Spain, where it would be safe, but it was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Templar Knights, still existed. I recalled the story he told me of the Templars, and it all became clear. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the codec, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me to take the codec and leave for Spain at once, with my wife and child. As Mr. Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number, I could draw on his credits more ducats than I have ever seen in my life at any bank in Italy. So, basically, what Dante and his dad and his Messer Polo have done here is sentence this poor bastard's life to be running now for the rest of his life from Templars. He's literally, he has not been in the Order that long, and he's already been targeted, his wife and his child, who have nothing to do with the Order or the Templars, but Templars don't care. They want that codec, and they will do anything they want to get it, which we'll soon find out. The extremes of this poor bastard's life. But yeah, so Dante has been murdered, obviously. So they're after the codec because for some reason Between Altair's time and this time, the assassins have turned incredibly stupid. You know the Templars are out there still. I don't know why they're not taking more precautions to hide the Kodak at least. But no, they're just waving it around all willy-nilly. So yeah, so at the moment we are being forced to leave for Spain. And yeah, so we are given a number now. This is how basically he gets all the monies, because he has a bank account with God knows how much money. More money than God.